Some fertilizer. I recently sent an email out to make nitrogen rich fertilizer using nettles, our favourite. At least we can thank the Romans for something. So basically what we need is about 3/4 of a bucket full of nettles, picked fresh this morning. They're wilting a little bit, but we sling those in the bucket. Now it's always a good idea to get a little shovel. Just be careful if your bucket's flimsy. And just give them a little bit of a chop up. Now what we should have is something that looks roughly like this. And then quite simply, I always recommend gloves as well, incidentally. Always wear your gloves with nettles.
Is that because they sting?
That is definitely because they sting. Then what we want is there's roughly, for a bucket, there's about 8 litres of water in here. Just tip the water in. Doesn't matter if it's got any other bits and pieces living in it. Back to your spade. Give it a little bit of a mix around. Now, normally, we need to leave this for a minimum of 2 weeks. If you can leave it a year, it would be brilliant. Just anyway, it doesn't need to be covered. Just leave it out so no one can kick it over or tip it away. And what you should end up with, this is after a couple of weeks, you get this dark coloured water. Now this hasn't been strained because ideally you would strain this using a sieve of some description to get out any nettle cuttings and bits and pieces. But this will go a lot darker the longer you leave it. Now if you add probably about, to every sort of 8 litres of water, if you added about half a litre of this, it'll give you an absolutely brilliant nitrogen rich fertiliser. And just remember to mark your bottle, do not drink. It stinks funky. In fact it really does pong, but it's great for tomatoes, potatoes, things like this. Just don't overdo it with the potatoes and the tomatoes. If you're using this, maybe once a week, a little drizzle of this on, mixed up in some water, so it looks like a very, very weak tea. And it's just water as normal, and jobs are good. And I'd just like to say that plenty of nettles were harmed in the making of this video.